Video.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Community Coalition Show. We are your hosts, David 2K and Kay Wilson. What up?
What up?
Wear a mask.
You know they're not going to hear you, right?
I mean,
it's all good.
They might.
They might. You know,
you know.
Yeah, we're working on audio. Like you said, Community Coalition Show. We back at this thing, man.
Yep.
Another week, making it happen.
Yep. Gang was good.
Black Squirrel Media Network.
Yeah.
Shout out to Black Squirrel Media Network.
Shouts to the Bay. Shout outs to the DMV.
Wow, the Bay. Slid the Bay in there now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shout outs to everybody.
Can't forget the Bay. Except we can't shout out Florida.
Why not? I mean, there's many reasons why not. If it happened this time, like did something happen the last couple of days? What happened?
I think Florida is just gonna Florida, especially at this point. So
yeah, there's certain places where just like Florida's gonna Florida.
Ooh, and we're having video issues.
Yeah, we are. You're freezing, but I can still hear you. It's all good. We're gonna walk through it tonight, y'all. This is what Zoom does.
Issues.
You know we can still hear you.
Mm-hmm. Oh snap!
We can hear you. Man, it's gonna be one of those nights. We're just gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen.
I forgot that. Like, I forgot about audio and video, and that is in my job description.
I know, right? Caught him loafing, y'all. Caught him lacking tonight. So,
were you still speaking?
Yeah, whole time. I'm gonna keep it going.
That's definitely gonna be on.
I thought we were gonna come back to you two-stepping or something. I don't know. You sound like you was going for it. I was gonna let you rock too. I wasn't even gonna say that. Hopefully we came back and it was gonna be a good scene. So it worked out.
It's like you see a whole soul train line.
Whole line. Come back, you got no pants on. It'd be crazy. What's gonna happen with Zoom unfreeze?
You see it like a whole party just happening.
Whole different room. You don't know what happened. Like, so
it's like I'm not even in my parents' house anymore. I'm just like I'm at a club.
You know, you be over here something before I know that. Oh man.
Hey so man, one day it's gonna happen.
I'm scared now. Oh no.
Sponsored. Let's get this sponsored. What's up, Canada Dry?
Oh, you trying to get Canada? Let me not say nothing crazy. Canada Dry, y'all out. Y'all cool, but I'm gonna try to get some RC Cola or something. Let me get something real trifling. Matter of fact, what's the most RC Cola ever had?
Trifling drink?
Yeah, what's something you drank like you bought? You were just like, what is this? It's one of those. Y'all.
Okay. Let me think, because there have been some sodas to like the point of where like I was like, yo, what is this? And like you know that whole thing like where you keep drinking it and it's like, you know what, I get it.
Yeah. I remember when we were younger, there was a drink, it was like a soda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it was out. I think it was called Shasta. I don't know if it's Shasta's still out.
Shasta's still out here.
Shasta and like Rock Creek.
Shasta was big where I was.
Was it?
Actually in the Bay. Yeah.
Rock Creek was around here. You used to be able to get the 3-liter Rock Creek for like 99 cents.
Is that where RC Cola comes from?
Yeah, that's RC. Yeah. That joint was just Rock Creek, every flavor. And it'd just be like red, pineapple, like orange, like.
You know what I will say? I like pineapple soda is lit. Like that stuff smack. Like
I love pineapple juice and period. Like anything pineapple, I'm with it. So you get the big 3-liter. So this is what we did. We used to go get the 3-liter like pineapple Rock Creek soda. Go down to carry out, get some chicken wings, mumbo sauce, some fries and stuff, and you be straight for the night. And you spent $6. Like that was the night. We was chilling. You were full, everything good for the night. Like,
are there still spots that do that?
Yeah, it might not be $6. It might be a little bit more, but the carry out yeah.
Like I have an idea. We grab my sister, we do that, and we like we do a vlog of like that whole night.
Oh yeah. Have you had mumbo sauce before?
I have not.
Okay, I gotta get you some mumbo sauce. For those who are listening, watching, if you don't know, mumbo sauce is a DC staple. No one really knows exactly what's in it. People have tried to emulate it, but think about a combination of hot sauce and sweet and sour. And depending, even though within the city where you go, it may be a little different. Some people like it a little bit more hot saucy. I tend to like it a little bit more on the sweet and sour side. But it's a DC thing. It's one of those DC kind of like unspoken secrets. Other people have tried it.
Like Old Bay.
Yeah,
like I didn't know about Old Bay until I was here.
Yeah, Old Bay is like a Maryland thing. Mumbo sauce is like a DC thing. It's definitely a Black culture thing. There are some places, and people argue within the DMV, where's the best place? I got mine. I'm not telling y'all because I don't want y'all up in there.
Not trying to make it hot.
I'll share it with you, David, because you my man.
Hey,
everyone has their mumbo, so I'm gonna get you some mumbo sauce. Yeah, but
Black Squirrel Media Gang.
Yep.
Come to Black Squirrel. Maybe you'll get it.
Some mumbo sauce, right? But I remember the first time I think it was Shasta, and you don't know as a kid because we didn't know, like the hood sodas and stuff. Like we thought it was the greatest thing ever,
Right.
Then it wasn't until you get a little older and you get like a higher quality soda.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, this is just like sugar diabetes right here. Like it's just like instant diabetes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But also like when you're growing up, like you're just like, oh, soda? Thank you. My mom don't let me drink soda all the time.
Yeah. and then when you get a little older, it's whatever's cheapest.
Right.
So
that's very true.
Like, I'm getting the RC. I'm getting this after like because they were 99 cents when
or Dr. Skipper. If you know, you know.
Oh man. What were the other joints like? It's a bunch of them out there. I know
Mr. Pibb.
Mr. Pibb. I like Mr. Pibb.
I like Mr. Pibb too.
It was all right because I like Dr. Pepper, but
I do too.
Yep, I like
Dr. Pepper. Please sponsor us, and if you don't sponsor us, Dr. Skipper, Mr. Pibb, what's up?
I know we need to figure out we need some Black-owned sodas at this point. Like
we do actually. That would be great.
As I'm sitting there thinking, I don't think I know of any. Like, dang,
we gotta do some research.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. And if y'all know them, holler at us, man.
Yeah, please.
I might take my cheat day and support one real quick. Get a little swig.
I might support one for a good week, month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get the sugar diabetes. But it's all good. No, we're gonna make it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you're right though.
Yeah. Where we at? So we've had an interesting week. Messing with these damn algorithms, man.
Yeah.
I'm
real quick, I want to say shout outs to Jack, shout outs to Twitter, because it's always the smallest thing I never think about. I never give a second thought. It's like, oh, hey, I like this. Oh, well, I like that. Well, I mean, that is cool, and this is cool, but we can all love each other. That never goes well.
No.
And the algorithm picks it up. Says, you see what your man said over here?
That's pretty much what the algorithm is. in the most hateful, most trifling, ignorant, hating, instigating way. You know,
everyone has that friend that was like, "Yo, you see, you gonna let him talk to you like that?" It's like, "Oh, so you're just gonna let him talk to you like that?" Oh, bro, he said something about your mom.
I was that guy. So there's a famous story my sister tells. I did that to my sister one time.
Oh, I need to hear this.
I was the instigator, right? Because let's keep it real. My sister knows she was a bully back in the day. My sister wasn't
bro.
She wasn't one to be trifled with. And I give her credit for this when we were kids. I've seen her fight and beat up boys. I've seen her fight. I remember one time she beat up them 3 sisters all at the same time. Like, I couldn't beat my sister up till I was 16 years old. I couldn't. Like, I had to get bigger than her to beat her. She was a rumbler. She would go. I ain't gonna lie, she used to punish me, yo. Like, we were kids, I couldn't beat her. So
wait, hold on. Was she older or younger?
She's like 2 years older than me.
Okay.
But still, she wasn't small. She had hands. And I used to call her Grizzly Bear because when it came time for her to move, she could move. She was quick, like a grizzly bear. You don't outrun them and you can't outclimb them, right? So she could go, and she had a temper. It ain't take much to set her off if she was popping somebody in the face, right? So we'll tell the story. She probably can get mad at me. I don't even care at this point, right? It is a story.
Does she listen to the show?
I don't even know. At this point, yeah, I'll do it.
You know what? Please send her this part. This might need to be the clip.
Like, I don't. She still might have hands. I don't even know. Like, we getting older, but she still might have some hands. So, oh no, trying to like comment and like buy her dinner or something. But
right.
No, but
this is gonna be a trip of an episode.
I'm gonna start this off, and this is how we gonna start off this whole conversation, right?
Right.
I remember on the bus. This was like, I think we're in high school. I think if I was in 9th grade, she was probably like in 10th or 11th grade, you know? And I remember one day we were on the bus, and my sister, again, being who she was, she would do whatever she wanted. You know, back in the school bus, they used to like smoke cigarettes and stuff, right? And I think it was just to be rebellious at that point, just to do it, you know?
Right.
And
we all do stuff like that.
And her and her friends, because you ain't want to mess with them when nobody say nothing to them, you know? And even for me, sometimes I wouldn't sit back there because I knew what they would do. So I would like sit with my friends up in the middle of the front of the bus because I never wanted to be around that stuff. I never like smoke. I didn't. So one day I just happened to be in the back of the bus. Happened to be back there. It's rowdy. We was the hood bus. We were, you know, and so my sister lights one up. And I remember this one girl, and I think she was kind of new. I never remember. She wasn't from our neighborhood. She must have been from another stop, but she didn't live in our neighborhood.
She repped another set?
I think she was by herself, right? Let me tell you, which was a mistake. So I remember she said something. She said to my sister, like, could you please put out that MF cigarette? My sister was like, what? She said, you heard me. Could you please put the MF cigarette out? And this is how I knew she messed up. Because she didn't know who she was talking to. She must have knew. Everybody else on the bus knew, and everybody else stopped. It was like everything stopped. I felt like the bus driver pulled over, so it just felt like everything stopped.
and at that moment, she knew she messed up.
So I remember it stopped, right? And everybody, like, it looked like one of those things that everybody looked at my sister. And then my sister looked at me. And again, I'm in 9th grade, and I said it. I should have said it. But at the time, it felt right. And I said,
what'd you say?
You want her to talk to you like that? And at that moment, I think the young lady knew she messed up too. And I think my sister said this to me. She said I was going to leave it alone until you said something. And I never was. I take that back. I might instigate a couple of things in my life. But apparently when I said that to her, that's how she knew it was go time. So my sister got up, approached her, and was like, what you say? And I remember my sister asked her a question. but she didn't give the girl a chance to respond. So she asked a question followed by a fist, right? Mm-hmm. So before I know it, my sister's beating this poor girl up. I remember she beating her. I remember she picked her up and threw her to the other aisle, the other seat, the other aisle, beat her some more, picked her up and threw her back on her original seat, bashing her head against the window until she snapped out of her rage. No one stopped her. I watched her snap out of her rage. It was like the Hulk being Bruce Banner again, right?
Yo, I love this story.
Apparently, the girl had braids in her hair. My sister beat her so bad the braids came out. And so a couple of the other boys took her braids. And the next day in school, they were walking around with one braid in their hair. How bad this was.
Yo, I need pictures of this.
Yo, there's none back then. We talking about back in the day. Like, all I got is that visual, right? But I remember, and the whole phrase around the school the next day was, could you please put out your cigarette? And it was like the funniest thing ever. And those who were there knew we was dying. My sister got suspended for because you just can't get away from something like that. You don't get away. You don't walk away scot-free from beating someone like that. Before all those things. So sister got suspended, which wasn't a new thing. She was like, whatever, like whatever. Ain't nothing. You ain't hurt me. But
right.
I say all that to say this, that instigation. Like I said, apparently she told me later, like I was going to leave her alone. I wasn't even going to trip until you said something to me. I instigated that one. I feel bad for that girl. I didn't realize she was going to speak like that. Wherever you are, young lady, 20-something years later, I apologize. That was probably a traumatic moment in your life, and I didn't know. I'm sorry. Okay? I didn't know. I mean, I kind of knew. I did. I'm not going to lie. I did. But I'm still sorry. Right? So, I say all that to say.
Welcome to the Community Coalition Show, where we are able to grow and realize our mistakes.
We have to.
And
one day, I'm going to tell some of these stories. I don't understand. I got some.
Wait. We're gonna. Those stories are coming.
I got some stories. So this is one of them. So
those stories are coming.
So as you talked about like instigating, that's what instigating was before Instagram algorithms. We would actually go for it. And now the algorithms do it for us.
Yep. Y'all know that one phrase. Bet you won't come and see me though.
Bet you won't come and see me. And again, back in the day, like again, school, people would say stuff like that. I remember many a times. We'd be like, okay, see you when you get off the bus. Mm. I've seen many of people. They knew the fight was coming. They knew that whooping was coming when they got off the bus. And they did everything possible not to get on that bus or get off somewhere else. I had a friend one time. Everyone knew the fight was coming. So what we used to do was all the kids would ride that bus and stop when he got off, and we would watch the fight. Then we didn't care how far it was from our house. We would walk back home and catch the bus or something after the beating. So we would all get on that bus. Bus driver would be like, what y'all doing? You don't get off at this time. They would never say anything, though. They would never like do anything. So we would all get on that bus, go to their neighborhood, get off, and watch the fight. So a couple times.
Bro, I already know that like the bus drivers, like they probably knew.
They knew somebody was about to get beat on, but they couldn't do nothing about it. They couldn't prove it at the point. And so, especially like in high school, we about to go to our friend's house. I know they had to start cracking up, but back in the day, they couldn't do nothing about it. As long as we knew, don't make a fuss. Everybody chill out. Don't get this bus stopped and pulled over because we want to go see this kid get beat. Like, that was the whole thing. That was like our drama back in the day. So a couple
times reality TV.
I remember I had one friend. We got on the bus together. We all got on the bus. Mm-hmm. So apparently, before the bus left the school lot, I guess in the midst of everyone getting off and stuff, he was able to sneak off. And we all rode to the neighborhood, and he wasn't on the bus. I don't know how he got. I don't know. He did a ninja move. I don't know how he got off the bus, but he snuck off because he knew the beating was coming. So
right,
like that. Or I remember one friend we had. He got off at like 2 stops before and took off running. Like so he lived to fight another day, I guess. But all this is stuff we used to do, man. Like now we do it online. Or, like I said, the algorithms do it for us online because it's strangers at this point now.
Right. Real quick, before you say anything, like back at my old high school, back in California, not here, because, well, I'll talk about that. But so there was a across the street from my school. There was a 7-Eleven. There was a McDonald's. So any fight that was about to go down would always happen at the McDonald's or at the 7-Eleven. Man, people got beat up. And then let me talk about the ones that I've been maybe 2 feet from, and I've talked about this on the show. I was in a wheelchair for a little bit, for a couple months, and like I talked about the girls that got into it in, what class was that? That was like robotics or something, where we built wood shop, and we had to build the what's it called, the pulleys and the thing that picks up the ball. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, the robotic arm. That was it. So we had to use the water, and
yeah, man.
Like looking back, like me going back to this memory is hilarious to me, because one girl squirts the water, other girl is like right next to her. She's like, "Hey, don't squirt that water." Then she does it. Then girl that squirted the water, she did it again. Then other girl says, "Yo, if you do that again, I'm gonna beat you up." She does it. She's like, and then she does it again. When I tell you,
that was cool.
Yeah, what went down right after. And I was in the wheelchair. I was just like right next to, it was not far from me.
That was
and she grabbed her arm. Bah, bah, bah. And it happened so fast to the point of where like you don't really know what just happened.
Yeah.
Or you don't process what just happened.
Yeah. So I know we're telling these stories. I know we're having fun, but there's actually a bigger reason why we're telling these stories, right? Because the Instagram algorithms suck, and this is how we're going to tie it all together.
Well, we're talking about, I mean, social media algorithms.
Yeah, I say all of them. This, to me, the concept of algorithms suck. Like, absolutely. And here's what we're saying about algorithms, and this is how it ties in, right? We all know the social media algorithms, right? No one exactly knows how they operate. Right. We have a general idea, but they ain't giving up those formulas, right? So pretty much over the, and this is us too, over the last couple of weeks, when you post something, algorithms pretty much guide you and direct people to where they think they need to be seen, who should see them and things like that. Or if people like them, then they'll start generating and they guide them to this certain way. They just guide them where they think they want to go. Right. So it's almost like online instigation for the bad ones, But also it guides in a way where it censors and controls what we see on social media. That's been my biggest gripe. So I know a couple weeks back, me and you both experienced this.
Mm-hmm.
I tried first on Instagram. We did a post for a community coalition show.
Right.
On the community coalition show page. Yep. This is the IG page. I went to promote something about the show. Mm-hmm. And Instagram threatened to block my account. And they said pretty much it was inappropriate, like, the speech and things like that, when I technically didn't write anything I haven't written before.
Right.
So I was
follow us on IG.
Yeah, follow us on the IG community coalition show. But just that act alone showed me they are controlling even what we put out. Right. What I put out was nothing of hate speech. It wasn't nothing political, but it was the hashtag, using certain hashtags about Black people. It's all about Black people. Yep. And they threatened, like, really flag the post, threatened to suspend the account if I didn't. First of all, they wouldn't even let me post it. If I had to, I had to delete it. They wouldn't even let me post it. Then a couple weeks ago, you had a similar situation on Twitter. Yeah. Same deal. Same thing. Community Coalition show. Posting about the Community Coalition show. I think, I don't know which account you tried to, which account did you try to post it from?
It was actually my own.
See? Yeah.
My personal account.
Yeah. And trying to get it to, like, the Community Coalition show Twitter. Just adding things like that. Like this general stuff we do. If you've seen our posts, general stuff. Nothing special, nothing over the wall. But again, Twitter did it. Mm-hmm. So those are two cases.
Twitter said, "Oh, you can't post that."
Yeah, what's this? Oh, nah. What you doing? What you think you doing, fam?
Positive content.
Yeah, positive Black.
What?
What do you think this is? Million Man March? Nah, get up out of here, Slim. Like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, and pretty much.
What really pissed me off, and I'm be honest, like all day we're on social media. I see all kinds of stuff for anything else. Any of your causes, man. This was like around election time. All types of political stuff. I don't care which way you went, Trump and Biden. All types of people going back and forth, arguing, crazy, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
You want to allow us to post about positive Black people? That seems like very much of a choice. Like I said, if there's certain words that were flagged, we've used those words before.
We absolutely have.
So that's when, like, we know the algorithms are there. We know these things are around. But that's the time where I really started to perk up to it. Like, they really playing. It seems like there's some agendas and things like this around. And then we start seeing it just with how we post. Just your post, what was that, yesterday, 2 days ago? And
so someone posted about like the national minimum wage, and they're like feeling assault, or no, it was like a news article about what it was the budget that was just the
new stimulus package.
Yeah. The new budget that the House passed, and someone had said, like, I don't know what I don't remember exactly like what someone said, but I said, why don't, okay, I remember now. It was all the Republicans didn't vote in favor of the new stimulus budget because it included the stimulus package, I think.
Yeah. Well, I can pretty much tell you something. Hold
on. Okay. Cool.
In fact, I found it. So it said every House Republican voted against the stimulus package, right? So you pretty much said, how can they be mad at people just trying to get by? People living paycheck to paycheck. Am I wrong for wanting people to be able to afford to live, be able to afford rent, food, gas? Is that wrong? And just the onslaught of madness that came from that.
And I just want to say, like, so you literally don't want people to live.
Well,
that's like how I take that.
Well, I think before we get into that, I think just the fact of like where this went.
Yeah.
You know,
that's true.
And as because when you first sent it to me, because I didn't see it until you were like, yo, this is going crazy. Mm-hmm. And I'm reading it and I started looking at the responses and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then, so first couple things came out. One,
right.
You can tell like there are no hashtags to the original post.
Right.
You didn't put any in your reply as well either.
I mean, I put in like just put in
no hashtags in it. Like
no hashtags.
No. So the hashtags didn't guide it. They didn't see it because of a hashtag.
Right.
And so what I think is how like this is clearly a political post. Clearly certain words in it, you know, like minimum wage, you know, certain things like that. Mm-hmm. And the algorithms take this thing and it gears it towards certain people. Mm-hmm. So when I was looking at it and I was going through it, a lot of people saw this post. A lot of people saw it, but it was geared towards like, this is all the political conversations. This is all this stuff. Mm-hmm. It didn't go other places, you know?
It didn't.
And that's what's crazy to me. It didn't go to other Black people. I don't think it went to the Black community. This went straight to the political guy. And if you know anything about the political people, political Twitter, I don't know if you call them or whatever, they're ticking time bombs.
Absolutely.
It's a bunch of people ready to explode. Like they don't even realize what you said. They're just spewing their political views on everything at this point. You could have said government, and that could have been the post. And you're going to get an onslaught of all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. Left, right, whoever. It's just an onslaught. Like, then you get the random people that offend you for no reason.
People that are in the feelings.
People in their feelings. People that don't really know what they're talking about. Then you get the occasional ad, you know. But then as I noticed too, for me, some posts, I didn't get all of them.
Ooh,
some reply. Okay. So when you sent me the post, mm-hmm. It was different than what I went back on my account and looked through.
Really? Yo.
So I'm like, I'm not even seeing all the replies in this.
Man.
And then it said some replies had been, what does it say? Had been
removed.
Not removed, but like there was the
blocked account?
No, not even blocked account. What is it? Hold, let me find one. the pretty much the person who posted didn't want you to see it.
Mm. Oh.
You posted it.
That's actually really funny.
So it says some replies don't want to be seen by the sender. You were the sender. Mm-hmm. And I know you didn't censor anything on this. Mm-hmm. So that shows me again, the algorithms, the actual app itself did not want me to see certain things. Mm-hmm. That is what got me. When I saw that, that's when I hit you back and said, "Oh, we got a problem here. Something's not right."
Wow.
You sent it to me. I know you. Yeah. I know you didn't put any stipulations on this thing. You never do on your post. Your posts are open to everyone. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't.
I mean, there are certain people that are blocked.
Yeah, but I mean,
certain reasons.
Some people are blocked, but you didn't. This post you put out, you didn't censor it, right, to anyone. No. So it wasn't you preventing me from seeing certain things. It was Twitter itself preventing me from seeing certain things. Mm-hmm. And that's where my problem lies.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, right now, like, me and Jack probably got beef. I don't even know what the beef is, but, like...
I know we're joking, but it's not... This is the part of the program that's put in place.
Mhm.
Like I said before, the program is guided to send people certain ways. When they tell us our media is spoon fed, remember a couple weeks ago we went on here and talked about everyone like certain people are seeing certain things that other people are not. And the algorithms are guiding people. If you say anything political, stuff like that, they start guiding you certain places. But that causes a lot of problems.
Right.
Because again, if you're only, I remember there was a documentary out a couple of years ago. I remember where this kid, they walked, it was like a simulation with this kid. And he was on his phone a lot. And, you know, I think he just got a cell phone. And he started just basic stuff. And I think it was like Facebook. And he started, you know, he saw one thing he liked and it was political, a couple of things. And then they started feeding him certain things. And the more they liked, the more the algorithms got a profile and they started feeding him into that profile. But then they started guiding him to the things they wanted. And they saw this kid, he went from a regular kid and we saw him progress and progress and progress. Almost it's like this neo-Nazi. It was based on the things he was feeding, the things he was looking at. It became worse and more political. And it was because he wasn't getting everything. I think we all remember when we first got on social media and our timeline was actually a dated timeline. It was chronological order.
Yeah, chronological. That's the word.
You know, and you just went down the line. Whoever posted at the time, that was what it was. And then once you read everything, it said, you're all caught up. You know?
Yeah.
And they've taken that. And I think that's when social media was as pure as it was ever going to get. We know why it changed.
Yeah.
We know why.
Because everyone wants to, because especially with like our timelines, like they changed it from chronological order to, hey, we're gonna throw in these ads. Not only that, we're going to throw in these random stuff so that you can get confused. And I mean, you'll still get your stuff. We're just gonna throw some stuff in. We're just gonna throw some stuff in between.
Yeah, think about too. If I can control what you see, power and control, one of the biggest problems with everything. If I have control over what you see, I develop this whole kind of profile. So I think I know you, right? I take David. You know, the algorithms, we know David. I know what he likes to look at. I know the things he likes. You know, I know who he follows. So if I know David, I can kind of send him a certain way if I need to. I can sway him a certain way. I'm gonna send him things I think he likes because I know David, you know? So, or I have this data. I got all this information about David, which now has become extremely valuable. Because now, let's say there's a company out there that wants to sell merch. Hey, I got this guy that likes merch. This guy named David really likes merch. I know because he likes all these things. He's purchased these things before. So now I got this whole profile. And this company says, you got a bunch of guys like that? I'll pay you a whole bunch of money if you can send us their information. So I can just advertise directly to them, right?
Yep, that's to run me that data, playboy.
Yep. So social media says, how much you about to kick out? Bet. So now we have exchanges going. Political realm.
Right.
Hey man, look, I need to know what my voters are. I need to know who's possibly going to vote for me. Social media says, hey, I got all these people that like your stuff. And I know who doesn't like your stuff. So they say, how much you willing to pay so I can get some of that information? Data has become just as valuable as everything else. Our profiles, the things we like. They're sitting on gold mines, not even gold mines, whatever exponentially extraordinary amount of money you're sitting on right now. There's a reason why these social media companies are worth billions and billions and billions of dollars. There's a reason why when you Google something, as soon as you get back on social media, you get the ads for the same thing you just Googled. Or when you're talking to your friend
Not
about
even that. Like you could be talking about something.
Yep.
Like I think we were talking about. I think you and me were even talking about. We were talking about something on Monday or last week, and I saw an ad for it yesterday, and I started laughing because I was like, "Oh, you know me." Like, nah, you don't. It's not even that. I don't know you.
That's the thing.
I know you.
and when you really start to think about it, if you've never thought about this before, it's scary.
It is.
Like I said, so now, like, and if you ever download an app and you realize you gave the app all the permission to do this, and you think it's harmless, we say, oh, the phone, they want your phone book and all that stuff, and you accept because you want the app, right? And you don't realize you just gave that app and that company permission to all that information. Why does a social media app need access to my contact list? Sometimes you can get people to know, maybe. Why do they need access to my phone app? Because they're actually getting the buzzwords and things like that from the conversations. That's scary. That's scary. I'm talking about I'm looking at beds. We're having a conversation about beds. Next thing I know, I get on Facebook the ad about the Serta mattress. What? This is like things that may seem harmless.
Right.
But this stuff is scary. This information is data. So this whole profile is about you out there. We all have them. If you go on these apps, they're out there about you. They are. Right. They got your info.
They are.
You don't think they got it. They don't think they got it. You're lying. They got you.
I think what I'm going to do tomorrow, and I want every if you're listening to this and when this comes out, I do want you to interact with this tweet because tomorrow I'm probably gonna use a bunch of political buzzwords and just put them all in a tweet and just send it out. And I'm gonna see what happens.
See what happens, and use some crazy hashtags too.
Absolutely.
I just want to start playing with the algorithm. I want to talk about some wild stuff,
right?
Off the wall stuff to have I don't even know what, like,
right?
And then see what happens.
Right. And you know what I just had an idea. I just had a great idea. I'm just gonna put a bunch of Bay Area slang as the hashtags.
Flights and all types of information.
Just to see
San Fran, like,
hey, send those.
And so here's what my other problem was, and this came about directly from what we were trying to do.
Right.
If you have all these profiles, you have all this information, you can control where it goes. You also control where it doesn't go.
That's actually even more important and more valuable.
Just think about it. And I know this might sound far-fetched, but think about it. We had 2 posts on 2 different platforms promoting positive Black people that never saw the light of day. Yeah. How many more? Who else is trying to post the same thing? And theirs never saw the light of day.
Right.
Call me Conspiracy Kenny if you want. I know. I get it. I've been hearing that a lot lately. But
there's some validity to it.
But
like if I can't post something positive like with a hashtag like Black Squirrel or with a hashtag like
positive Black people, Black right. Love,
Black power,
Black excellence, all these little things. But for us, these little things matter so much. If we can't promote ourselves, if we can't share our stories, if we can't empower each other and promote growth and self-love, because the algorithms are preventing it now.
Right.
We got a whole bunch of other problems we got to fight. Now I got to fight these damn algorithms too. I got to fight these social media apps too. Like, the one thing that's supposed to be able to help us promote things like that. So then, again, Conspiracy Kenny. I keep going down the rabbit hole. How much more are they censoring? How is it that 1 week we can make a post and gets a little traffic? We do a conversation. I remember, I think the Trump episode. I And I purposely didn't call it that for a reason. We called it the orange guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the traffic that one got.
Really?
We've used all kinds of stuff. We've talked about all kinds of things on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we were arguing back and forth with people on Facebook. Like, that brought out other kinds of stuff. Like,
right.
And I'm like, But then we talk about something else. Like, same audience, same group of people. I post the same time. Everything is consistent.
Yep.
So it just makes me wonder, and it's it's frustrating.
It absolutely is.
Just like we talked about a couple of weeks ago, we know the media controls things.
Mm-hmm.
We know the media is purposely doing things they're not trying to help the Black community. It was funny. I had, what was that? That girl posted something. One of the best posts I've seen in a while now. I think I reposted on Community Coalition show. What's the Twitter? But she pretty much said, because Black History Month is ending. So she pretty much said, hey.
Oh yeah. I saw that one.
Since Black History Month. What is it? I'll read it. I don't care. It says, well, fellow Blacks, today is the last day of these companies, etc., is telling us we're valuable and supported and such. Bye-bye commercials, sharing our stories, and telling us Black history should be celebrated every month. I see y'all February 2022. Damn if I ain't the truth. They've taken some of these things and used it to their advantage.
Yep.
They flipped it and then, this month is cool to be Black.
Mm-hmm.
And we're starting to see it. Damn it, Target had all kinds of Black History Month shirts and stuff. I bought one, I ain't gonna front, but
I should get one.
So I've been anxious to see.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back on that website. Today's March 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Those same products gonna be there. Curious to see. I doubt it. And they'll say, Black History Month is over. It'll be some BS.
So sell it on clearance.
Oh no, they just
let me get that.
They use this and they pimp this out for a month, and as soon as you can't pimp us out no more, they just go back to doing what they're doing.
Right.
They, like I said, sharing our stories, all these things, all these commercials we saw a month, all the positive media we saw a month, and as soon as it's not cool anymore, as soon as the month is over, they discard everything. They got what they needed out of it. They got what they needed out of us. Right. All these things play a factor to me in media.
Yeah, but also I want to say, like, especially during this month, there's a lot of bullshit that they put out during this month, and they do it purposely, just like how stores will be like, "Hey, we're here for Black people." They can turn around the next day and put out a super racist ad, and they do it for clicks. Clicks and giggles.
Yeah. Social media had a little special Black History Month little hashtag and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what all the solutions are right now. I don't. To me, my main thing is we still got to keep connecting with each other. My thing is, don't depend on social media to connect us,
right?
To share us, to promote us. We still got to start doing it at an individual level. We still got to start connecting in different forms and different methods.
Absolutely.
Because they're controlling this too. And don't think that they're not looking at what we're doing. Don't think that they're not paying attention to what we do.
Right. They're probably looking at us right now.
They're looking at us right now. It wouldn't surprise me if something started freezing, started logging and stuff. Wouldn't surprise me. But still, I think don't be naive to think that. Again, this comes back to my whole thing. The masses in general,
right?
They're gonna give us an inch, but they'll never give us the mile.
Right.
And so we can't depend on them. Don't depend on the platforms. Don't depend on the algorithms. We still have to find ways to do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's my whole thing. So we're giving you the examples. We're sharing these stories right now to let you know there's proof to some of this stuff. So whether you believe it or not, I would say try it. Try it. You know, these are things you can do right now. Like I said, David, we're gonna do the post thing, the hashtag thing.
Right.
You know, see, it's a crazy. Like I've had friends who will tell me, like, people who I regularly post, people I regularly like, and they'd be like, "Did you see my post?" No, never saw it.
Mm.
And I'm like, even with the algorithms, I should have seen this one.
Right.
Because, you know, but it's like, so whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, but we still know they're inconsistent at the end of the day.
Right.
So again, anything that's inconsistent, don't depend on it for any type of mass communication and media, things like that. So just be careful.
Right.
That's all I want to say. So I don't know. I'm good. We got any Bobs and Karens?
We got a lot of them.
Yeah,
okay, let's start it off. There was a Karen that, there were 3 Black women running around the beach. That's like been the thing for quarantine. So that's like the way that they've connected.
Okay.
And there was a Karen that yelled at them just because they were there.
Hating ass.
Yeah.
Did they look good? Were they fine?
I don't want to take away from the story.
No, I'm asking for a reason. I'm asking for a strong reason.
They were.
So she saw beautiful Black women.
Absolutely.
That's a real thing.
Living their life.
Beautiful Black women on the beach somewhere, like you said, living their best life. Can't take it. Can't take it.
It's sad.
Yep.
And then I have a couple funny ones. So there was a Karen that was doing a TikTok. She was like, see, she was like, see, white people can cook. She showed a pork chop that had no seasoning on it. That was cooking.
No, I think I saw it.
Bone dry without anything on it.
Now, was she really trying to be serious, or like your opinion? Because when I saw that, I said, I think she's trying to get clicks. I think she's trying to get likes.
I mean, yes, but also I laughed at it, and I laughed hard.
I saw that one, but I'm like, you didn't help your case. Like,
exactly.
That drink looked terrible.
It did not look appetizing.
Like, even in by white people standards,
yeah,
like it looked so trash. Like I don't know.
It literally looked like she just threw it on the stove and was like, "See, I could cook. I'm gonna post this."
Yeah, there's so many things wrong with that. And then again, you're really acknowledging that white people can't cook. But okay, leave it alone. What else we got?
And then we got okay, I really hope you saw this one, but I don't know. There was another TikTok where this Karen, she's with her Black boyfriend, and they're like playing Cops and Robbers or something like that. And this isn't a real gun, this is a Nerf gun. And she cocks it, and then he's like, say what I taught, or say how I taught you. She said, radio bitch.
I mean, and I'm not gonna be the one. I'm not gonna be that guy.
And then she looks back and she's like that. And then he hugs her and is like, I'm so proud of you, baby.
All right, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be the completely black man, right?
We're just gonna move on.
No. I mean, some things I know are done in comedy, and again, I can appreciate comedy. I can. Starting off with cops and robbers is like
I'm sorry. I was
sounds like a horrible idea.
no, like they weren't really playing cops and robbers. I was just like,
okay, because I didn't see the video. I'm like, okay.
When I saw this, I was like, okay, they're playing cops and robbers. Just look at that.
Word of advice for my brethren out there. And again, I don't care what your relationship is. I don't care who your relationships are with. But you probably shouldn't play cops and robbers with white people. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just saying at this point, now might not be a good time. You might want to find another game to play. Connect 4. I wouldn't even say
Hopscotch.
No. Bingo or something. I don't know. Not cops and robbers. I wouldn't even.
You know what? I was even about to say play Uno. Can't do that.
Something.
You can't even do that.
Yeah, hit him with the draw 4 or something real quick. Like, I'm not. Not 2021. They're gonna find a way to lock your black ass up. I don't care if it's a Nerf gun or not. I just be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful. Like I said, I enjoy comedy too.
Right.
But
we're gonna continue with the funny.
Yeah, let's keep.
I got one more funny. There was an anti-masker. I saw this video today. There was an anti-masker that got kicked off a flight, and dude wouldn't get out at first, and like then everybody started taunting him, and like once, please go see this video because it was the funniest thing ever.
Is this the one you sent me?
I think so.
I think you sent me. Hold on, because
it was in. I think it was in Florida.
Aren't they all? Maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I. Oh, let me go back to my page. But yeah. So what happened? Hold on, keep going.
Okay, so a flight attendant calmly comes over to him, says, "Sir, we need you to wear your mask. You gotta wear your mask." And he's like, "Nah, not doing that." So he had to, like, "We're gonna have to remove you from the flight." And everybody's like, "Hey, get off! Like, get off the flight!"
How you put that far to play anyway? Sorry.
I mean, sorry. I think he must have been wearing a mask like to get onto the plane.
And then once he got so you go from, let's break this down. Terminal, wide open space. Probably had a little distance. I know a bunch of times. You know, if you ever taken a flight before, by the time you guys start lining up to get to the gate and things like that, starts getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Right. Then you actually get on the plane, an even tighter, more concealed location. And that's okay to take your mask off. At that point, it's okay. It's fine. We're in a closed in space. The person's probably, here. That's okay. Proceed. This is why you get kicked off flights. All right. I don't know. Do you have any more?
I got one more.
Hope you get to the video.
It's kind of a serious one.
Okay.
So I got his name too. His name is the person we're talking about is Latrell Smith. He was wearing a shirt that said Black King. And apparently this is at Hartley Middle School in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So apparently, like, the teacher was like, "Yeah, you can't do it. You can't wear that." Even, like, the crazy thing is that, like, even some of his classmates were like trying to defend him, and teacher wasn't having it.
And again,
I think he got I think, dude, yeah, it is. I think he got suspended.
For wearing a shirt is king. No, nothing vulgar, no curse words or nothing. But again, trying to promote self-love.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all don't think people don't like this stuff, wake up.
Yeah.
Wake up.
It's crazy out here.
I bet you if you had a, I don't know. Whatever. You know, I'm leaving alone. Okay. You know, just.
I know what you were gonna say. Yeah, I feel you. It's just crazy. Like, it's very telling when you. It's not even. I'm not even gonna say like it has to do with race. It has to do with. It literally has to do with that person being so insecure to the point of where you feel threatened by his shirt.
But yeah, I mean, I think that does come back to race at the end of the day. Because if a
Like,
white kid wear that shirt, would nobody say nothing to him.
That's true. Yeah.
But just the concept
Mm-hmm.
of Black people trying to improve and better ourselves, love on ourselves, and promote love. Because that's also not what people are used to seeing from Black people. Right. They're used to all the images, the portrayal, and things like that. You know, like
that's what people see.
So when you see a young Black kid doing the opposite, like I said, make no mistake about it. There's a lot of people that they don't want to see this stuff now.
Yeah.
They don't want to see this.
They don't like the fact that we now have like self-worth,
self-empowerment. We're aware.
Self-love.
Yeah, we're starting to become aware of a lot of things. It's like, okay, maybe we can improve some of these things here within ourselves. Calling myself king is, I'm gonna say it, they'd rather probably see you call yourself a nigga.
Right.
But to call yourself king, you get suspended. Again, anything that promotes our hair, we've seen this before from kids. Kid have locks, make him cut it out so he can play sports. You know, people with the hair, stuff like that. We see this all the time. Now the self-worth, promoting. There's nothing wrong with the word king. It's crazy. Matter of fact, I got a hoodie. I'm about to wear my king hoodie tomorrow. Should have it on right.
So I actually might need to cop one of those.
Yeah. Shout out to Terry. Hook this up. Hook it up.
Terry.
Yeah, this is I just keep saying it. Don't be naive to these situations, y'all.
Right.
You know, like there's many different ways to try to diminish our voices and try to light the flame out from up under us. Got to keep on it. This is why I'm a big fan of the self-love movement. Black love movement. If we start showing each other love, if we start helping each other out, we start caring for each other, that brings unity. Unity, togetherness, which is one of the biggest fears for everyone else. They don't want to see us come together. That's why they keep trying to undercut this stuff, keep trying to undermine us. And again, if you think I'm wrong, you call me conspiracy theory, Kenny, if you want. We see the examples.
Right.
So, again, I just watched the video. I think you sent me this video. I don't know what started it, but it is hilarious.
Which one?
It starts. And the caption is when your text messages is so important, but so is respect. You remember that one? I think you sent it to me. White dude trying to fight a black dude.
I missed that one.
White dude, hands up. He's ready to go.
Yeah.
My man is on his phone. The black dude's on his phone.
Man.
He is not in aggressive position. His hands aren't even up. He's not even able to defend himself right now. The white dude is ready to fight. His stance looks terrible. His hands are all the way up here. This looks wrong. He looks like he's about to get knocked out. But he's ready for a fight. The black dude literally is trying to text somebody as the white dude's hands are up. So as you watch the video, he has to he's trying to put his phone away. He drops his phone as he's trying to put it in his pocket.
Yeah.
The white dude is charging him. Keeps coming forward. The black dude is backing up. Looks like they're in a subway, like a New York subway.
Yeah.
Just take this for that picture alone. Aggression. My man's hands are down. He's trying to put his phone in his pocket. He's backing up. and he lets a left hook go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he slumped him. My man is out cold.
Straight up Pacquiao.
Oh man, out.
Left.
One hand left, pack. That was it.
Yep.
Picks up his phone and keeps texting. He was probably texting his girl at that point. He probably let his girl know. He's gonna be late. But just pictures like that'll never get shown anywhere. Nobody will ever see that. His man, he's not the aggressor. He didn't even really try to defend himself. He kept backing up. He's on his phone.
Right.
How much more defensive he's gonna be?
Dude tried to be peaceful.
Try to be peaceful. Steps towards. Hands are still up. He's still coming at him. My man's hands are still down on his phone. Next thing you know, this lets one off real quick. Look real nonchalant. Didn't even look that aggressive. Just lets one go. Knocks him out. But again, these are the images that won't get seen. And I wanted to bring that video up because, again, we're always seen as the aggressors. It's like the kid who, he's in Texas, trying to walk home from work, and the cops are just harassing. My man's just trying to walk home.
Yeah.
Like, there's no aggression in these situations. People just want to be left alone. That's it. But again, we know they're not going to leave us alone because I can do 3 more podcasts on the reasons why.
Right.
So we're at time.
What's funny is, okay, real quick. What's funny is that, like, it's never black people that are like in anybody's business. We're trying to mind our own, we know to mind our own business.
Yeah.
And keep it moving. If
you look, at this point, like I said, people just trying to get home. Minding our business. Look at everyone that's been murdered. They get murdered minding their own damn business. I'm jogging down the street. I'm in my damn house sleep at this point. I'm trying to buy something. I'm walking through a neighborhood with my Skittles in my hand. Like, these people ain't doing anything wrong. There's a reason why. They always come after us. They always come from, even be in our business and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't, at this point, I don't even know the point I was trying to make, to be honest. It's kind of nauseating.
Oh, I got the point. Mind your damn business.
Yeah. White people, mind your damn business. Black people, we doing, but that's, again, they hate to see us in our own world. They hate to see us in our element. They hate to see 3 beautiful black women on the beach living their best life, minding their business. How many stories? People in their own houses. Here come Karen walking up on their property, not minding her business. We must be the most fascinating people on earth. We must be the most polarizing people on earth. Nobody leaves us alone. Nobody leaves us alone.
It's T-Bomb now.
Drink your sip your tea, fam. You know what? Let's keep showing them how fascinating we are. Let's keep showing them how amazing we are. Because we are, y'all.
We gonna show them.
Yep, and be amazing. You know what? That's probably gonna be my move for I don't know how long I choose to use it. Be amazing.
Be amazing.
Let's do that. Continue to be amazing, y'all.
Right. So 2021. Be amazing.
Community Coalition Show loves you. Community Coalition Show thinks you're amazing.
Absolutely. And shout out to all the women for Women's History Month.
Yeah.
We love black women here. So shout out to black women. Love black women.
Love black women. Now for real though, like, all jokes aside, and we'll do everything we can to show you.
Protect black women.
Protect you, but also show you that we love you too.
Absolutely.
That's important. Black men, especially, we need to show black women that we love them, that we care, we appreciate them, and support. Okay, so we'll get into that. We want to get some queens on, have that conversation.
Absolutely.
Yep. So until next week, y'all, we here. Check us out. Peace. We out. Yep. I'm out.